Hello there, this is me back again, making videos again. So, with that in mind, I figured I'd just show you the old wife, the old ball and chain, the old cliche that I can't remember. But yeah, so I made a video about this, 5 years ago when I started my channel, which you'll no longer be able to find because it's embarrassing, and I put it on private. Much like I may do with this one, but that's life. But yeah, so let's talk about this guitar because it's awesome and it needs to be talked about. So cast your minds back to 2009. It was a very cold and wet, miserable British December night, and I went out with my mother and we drove out to a place in darkest Kent, England, and I met up with Douglas. Campbell, that's his name. So I met up with Douglas Campbell, noted luthier of Blackmachine fame, and yeah, he built this guitar for me. Back when he did the final assembly on these guys, they've always had some kind of semblance of mass production, if you will, for want of a better word. But yeah, this was back when he did the fretting and final assembly and all that kind of jazz. It is kind of a stripped down Blackmachine, if you will, as minimally appointed as a perfectionist like Doug will allow, I think. So it's still really high end, like it's got a really good, I think it's two-piece because there appears to be a seam in some places, but yeah, it's a really awesome piece of swamp ash for the body, which is just almost unreasonably resonant. It really does vibrate when you play. Yeah, it features all sorts of fun things like ebony knobs and stuff, which I really like. It has a fixed bridge. It's not a string through body. It is just string through the bridge kind of thing, since according to Doug it makes absolutely no difference. It has bare knuckle pickups, which I'll demonstrate in a minute what they sound like, and then jumbo frets, rosewood fretboard, kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-piece maple and ebony neck, I think. Spurzle locking tuners. Once you go there, you'll never go back. Yeah, really. Strings, Graphtec, nuts. Not really a whole lot to report. The brief in making this guitar, according to Douglas, is that it was supposed to be a gem killer, and it is. So there we are, and yeah, let's run through some sounds. We're just going to be using distortion today because we're grown men like that, and also I've got like, I should probably tell you, I'm playing through a Mesa Mark V 25, and I've got a Mesa Thiele cab that I borrowed off a friend in the other room with a V30 in it. And yeah, it's got an SM57, so a V30 and SM57 is fairly standard fare for the YouTube recordings. And yeah, if I put it on the clean channel it would clip, and I'm not about to get all friggin' studio engineer about this. So anyway, let's show you what the cold sweat here does. Yeah, man, it is a real snarly piece of work. I really like the cold sweat. I've had something of a love affair with it for years, ever since I've got this guitar, and I really like the fact that it has, if you take a look on the Bare Knuckle website, it's really awesome because they show you all the like EQ kind of deal with the guitars, the pickups. Yeah, it's a really cool pickup. It's got kind of like a scoop mid to it. So that means if you're a guy like me who likes to push the mids really far up on his amplifier, it gives you that kind of sound. And if you turn the tone knob down a little that legato-y kind of tone pretty well. So, moving right along, in the middle position where you get the painkiller and the cold sweat together, you get more of a Fendery twang kind of yeah, so it's a little bit more twangy, which it does pretty well with that kind of newer metal thing, where they seem to use more of a single coily kind of tone. That kind of thing. Yeah, so mid pickup combination, awesome on clean tones. Just take my word for it, like I say, not going to go to the clean tone today. Then neck pickup, which is the painkiller. Painkiller is kind of known for being a metal pickup, that's why it's marketed, but as far as, you know, this application here in the swamp ash body and everything, it takes on kind of more of a stratty character. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's a really cool pickup, and indeed a really cool guitar. So, you probably can't buy one though. It's like, yeah, it's Douglas has a tendency to kind of drop off the map, and you don't see it for months. And if you check his website, occasionally like B2s, the kind of bigger brother of this, are up on sale, but very rarely do you see one of these. But if you do, seek it out, and hopefully it doesn't cost like $5 like the one I saw on eBay one time. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed the guitar. Hopefully I didn't bug you too much.